I'm sure you did this because of the honor you gave to.
Wholly a lot of work, but still right now in Virtuoso is known as the best recognition that they've had. I have a lasting memory of Serge during the American Express Rep Excellence event when our Bush dinner was rained out at Mara Safari Club. Coming back to the club, and Serge jumped behind the bar and was slinging beers and martinis as fast as he could bartend for the whole night, and that's Serge. You know, that's Serge. That's him. His wonderful bride has jumped into East Africa with both feet from the day she arrived. Always looking for something to contribute, always bringing her sense of style, grace, and wonderful personality to everything that she's brought to us. Serge and Nimi have become legendary in Nairobi for their hospitality, and in a country that is legendary for the grace and hospitality of its people, to be known for that is a wonderful thing. Thank you for all the wonderful times you brought to us. And during those wonderful lunches that we've had at your home, there's always been a philanthropic side of it where you brought us together to bring food to people who need it. So there's always been something good to, aside from the great company, the great hospitality, the great food, there's also been helping the people of East Africa, which has been wonderful. So on this sad day that we have to say goodbye to you, know that you will be remembered for many, many years in East Africa. Thank you so much for everything you brought to East Africa. Godspeed, good health. They are so lucky to have you. It's our loss. Good.
I'll talk about Serge, I'll talk about Nimi, and no, not myself, I'll talk about Serge and Nimi. Serge, it is amazing how much you mean to all of us in this room and many more outside this room. We are delighted to have you here, and we are also delighted to have you there, because at least we know that the level of hospitality is not going to drop. What was said earlier is one thing that I take away from Serge, is that there's never any issue, there's never any debate. In fact, it's very simple. All he says is, lowers his glasses, shakes his head, and says, "I disagree." And he only disagrees to what is not going to bring us joy, what is not going to help us grow, what is not going to help us be happy. And for that and many more, we are ever so grateful. Now, second person, Nimi. Discreet, beautiful, elegant, fantastic smile. Don't worry, I just got married. And it is right to call Nimi the bride, because for all that she stands for, and for standing by this wonderful man. In fact, forget it, Serge, she didn't stand by you. For allowing you to stand by her. She is simply wonderful, and I could only thank her for all the things that she's given to us, and the love, the heart, the time, the listening, and certainly the care. What about my third person? Because it is really a third person, Serge and Nimi. Well, fun, I would say. Fun, and more fun, right? They keep us loving, or is it he or she, that person anyway? They keep us loving, they keep us young, and some of us probably need it. And they keep us drinking, which all of us need, quite frankly. So I can only say how wonderful it is to have crossed paths with you, and indeed it wasn't crossing paths. It's you invited us into your individual and common life, and we are delighted to be here tonight. A lot of things that we have done and we have gone through, and the strength that we derive from the two of you has helped us through the years and will continue to help us. I'm not here to say goodbye. I'm just here to say, what time are we meeting in Canada? Thank you.
This is party out for him, as colleagues working for him for the last 5.5 years. So especially myself, I know him more than everyone else. I used to, whenever ground zero is on fire, I always tell everybody, don't, our offices are underground. I meet people there, I will tell them, ground zero, there is fire. But Serge will miss you, and it's your turn now to say something. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Liz and Marcel. But what happened to us came so quickly. There she is. Then they found a second cancer, so at the same time, you see, I never do anything in small pieces. I went for the big shot, double barrel, got rid of the 2 cancers in 8 months, and now, now that I was back I would say when in March, I was ready to say, okay, we're going to come back to Kenya. We always want to come back to Kenya. Then I learned that I needed a little bit more tune-up and maintenance and things like that to keep going. And it was better for us to stay in Canada. So fortunately, Fairmont Hotel is one of these companies that really, really take care of their people. I've been with Fairmont for 29 years. And immediately they offer me this wonderful job, wonderful position in Montreal, where I'm from. I'm born in Montreal, and now I be the general manager of the Fairmont Queen Elizabeth, and I will look after Eastern Canada, where we have 6 other beautiful property, all in the French part of Canada. So it's not too bad. It's not bad at all where we're going, but it is very, very difficult for Nimi and I to leave here. We had such a great place. This is our family now. We really feel like, you know, we have a second family in Kenya. You always been there for us. We feel so welcome all the time. People are generous with their time, with their love. And managing Kenyans was the delight of my career. There's nobody in the industry, no people like Kenyans for being so hospitable and very easy to train, to teach. They want to know more, they want to do better. It is fantastic to work with people that never complain, never criticize, always looking for something better to learn. And I'm a taskmaster at teaching people. I am passionate about perfection, and it was a delight to work with Kenyans. So I learned here how to manage people in, I would say, a more gentle way. I became a better person by working here for 5 years, working with Kenyans, having friends like you, and yeah. So it's it's very emotional for me to leave. I didn't want to go, but we have to go, huh? So.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
Well, we'll be back for sure on vacation, but it won't be the same thing as living here every day, knowing that we can count on people, that we can count on our colleague here in the Fairmont in Kenya. It won't be the same. Getting up in the morning without my parrots, because that's when we lost my parrots, Tamu. We have to give it away. So that was my little special treat every morning. So that's going to be difficult. and of course the wonderful weather of Kenya. My God, have you been to Montreal in February? It is like, but we have very, very warm heart in the eastern part of Canada, and we can compensate for that. But I won't be able to get the smile that I get every day here at the hotel or anywhere in Kenya. We don't have that in North America yet, but it will come hopefully one day. It's coming. So please come and visit me. Please come and visit us. And we move very quickly. That's why tonight I'm very tired. We came on Tuesday. I couldn't come earlier because the doctor didn't want me to fly. So I managed to arrive here on Tuesday. We packed the house Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The movers were here out on Saturday. Then we had a few lunch and cocktail on Sunday. Work and Mount Kenya, Mara. Here we are Thursday, and we're leaving tomorrow. So it's been very, very difficult. 2 weeks ago, we bought a home already in Montreal, and now we're going to get it all decorated. So it's moving so fast, but that's the way we are, and we love it. So again, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you that supported us in Kenya and at the Norfolk. Thank you, Richard, for your hospitality, your friendship. You and the team here were really a family to me and Nimi, and you will always be in my heart. Thank you. Nimi wants to say you see those microphones. Thank you. Thank you again.
So this is really coming from the heart. Like Serge said, you've all been our extended family. And what we realized very early when we moved to Kenya was that people have big hearts and they make time for you, and they look after you. You have always all been just a phone call away. And from the bottom of my heart, for Serge and I thank you deeply. We've been to everybody's homes so many times, and there's nothing. I hope that we will be taking this back to Canada. As much as it's so much more difficult to host the way we would host over here, I hope that Serge and I will make that sacrifice and bring to Montreal what we have learned over here and what we have benefited and grown from so much. The one thing, Serge and I, beyond the professional developments, is what we are going back with is understanding the value of friendship. And everybody who is here tonight, all our friends and colleagues, you've been more than colleagues, you've really been our friends, and you will always remain our friends. So we count on you to visit us, because we will certainly be visiting you. Thank you again.